Hey there! Laban, Taiwanese pen company, had a Right to Heal project, which I very much appreciated in this pandemic situation. And people who participated received a goodie bag. I received one of these bags, and I thought what I would do is review the products in it, because I thought that might be something I can do to contribute to all of this. So, today we're going to have a look at something that I actually found quite nice. This is the Laban Solar. And the Solar, there are solar fountain pens. This happens to be, you saw it here first, a Rollerball. But I do actually believe a fountain pen, much as I love to write with fountain pens, sometimes it's simply not practical. Filling out forms, you have to press down hard. Yeah, you can use one of those vintage nibs that are super rigid, blah, 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 blah. But what if you don't have that? Well, we can have a Rollerball. A Rollerball is a pretty nice alternative to a fountain pen. And I happen to really like this pen. I think it is a really fun pen. So I was actually quite excited to try it out. That is what we're going to do. I'm going to cover the parts of that pen. I will do a writing sample. And then I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. That's pretty much it. A very kind thank you to Laban for putting on this project, but also for sending me one of these bags. I really appreciate it. Let's get started. Okay, let's have a look at the Laban Solar. The Solar comes in this attractive little box, which has the pen in it, as well as a little information booklet, which we've seen these kinds of things before, filling instructions and that kind of stuff, right? Right. Then we have, of course, the actual pen. Now let me zoom in a little bit. This pen has an aluminum body. It comes in several finishes. It is, the grooves you see are machined. It has Schneider refills, and it is, I happen to know that Goldspot carries a lot of Laban, so I checked the price there. The retail, like the actual just street price, so to speak, is $55.95. This is US. And there's just some interesting things to it, including the section, which I think is quite nice. But let's just go over the parts and let's just reveal this bit by bit. So that aluminum gives a very nice feeling that I kind of like. It has a certain smoothness to it, but it's not a mirror smoothness. So it's kind of nice. I like the tactile feel of that. We have this clip, and I really like the shape of that clip. I just think it looks cool to me. It is spring-loaded, which I really love. And then here it says Laban. Now there is a fountain pen available of this as well, but as I said, this is a Rollerball. The barrel tapers down, and that's pretty much it. Do we require a lot of turns to open this up? That's 1, 2. That's 2 turns. Okay. Threads are quite large, which means that they are not sharp, which I really love. And what I do like is this guilloche pattern on the section, which makes for a very comfortable grip. Not the longest pen in the world, but it does sort of post. Looks a little strange because this tapers down and this flares out, but it does work. And then I think it's a really nicely sized pen. In the belly of the beast is, of course, the Schneider refill. Oh, sorry, Schmidt. Did I keep saying Schneider? Huh. I just shot another video where I did that. Anyway, Schmidt refill, and this is a fine-tipped refill. It's in there securely. There seems to be a spring. So that kind of keeps your refill, your Schmidt refill into place, which I think is quite nice. And I like it. I found this to be a very comfortable pen. So let's see how it writes. I'll zoom out a little bit. So here we have the Laban Solar, and the Solar has a fine refill in blue. Clearly that's a blue refill, right? Don't forget that the camera always picks up this sort of scratchy sound. It's actually a very smooth writing experience. I was surprised because a lot of the Rollerballs I have used have been quite scratchy on the paper. I find this one to be really smooth and nice, actually. was a skip there, but overall I would say pretty good performance. Yeah, many of the tests I usually don't really make sense here. I mean, wetness, yeah, no. Line variation, yeah, that isn't really. You can push down a little bit more, you may get a slightly thicker line, but it's not going to be a big difference. Obviously the same goes for reverse writing. It's a rollerball. It writes the same way in every angle. That's the charm of a rollerball, isn't it? So there is that. Especially for this price, I'm really quite impressed by this pen. So let's see what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Okay, what do I like, what do I not like about these Solar? Well, I have really come to like this pen. I've been using it a lot since I got it, and I really find it very comfortable, and I find it very pleasant to use in a number of ways. So what do I like about it? It's comfortable. It is a somewhat smaller pen, but I find it comfortable. You can post it. The posting is a little awkward because of the shape, like it's a little awkward, but you can make it work, and it's secure, so it's not really a big deal. Why is it so comfortable? Well, there's a couple of things I really like. This knurling on the section, I don't even know if it's really knurling. It almost looks like a guilloche pattern more so. In any case, oh, was that really weird? I looked really weird at night. Anyway, I was looking at the pen in the light, sorry. Very comfortable. There are large threads for the cap, but they are so big that when you hold them, you barely feel them. They're not sharp at all. If anything is sharp, it's more so this edge of the barrel, but because there is enough space for you to hold on to, I don't really feel that barrel, so that's really nice. The pen writes very comfortably, and the nice thing about these refills that they use, the Schneider refills, is that they are quite ubiquitous. Look on Amazon, look at Staples, any of these big stores carry these types of refills. They're not that difficult to find, which is really nice. I like that. There is also this spring-loaded thing going on, which means that refill is pushed into place. Doesn't rattle around. I always like that. I hate it when you have a pen that rattles. I don't know why. It always pisses me off a bit. Comfortable to hold. Pleasant to write with, easy to find refills. I don't have many issues with it. Yes, the posting can be a little awkward. Yes, it's a little small, but the advantage of having a pen that is a little smaller is that it's very easy to carry around, right? Like this I mean, breast pocket of a dress shirt is always a little tough, but you might be able to pull this one off. Because it's aluminum, aka aluminium, you could throw this in a pocket. It's a pretty hardy material, right? So I mean, you can toss this around a bit without issues. The eye for detail is very good. When you hold it like this, you can see the clip, you can see which is the cap. But if I turn this around and I ask you, where does the barrel end and the cap start? You'll have to have a close look at this, right? Because that's quite a seamless, see it now? That's quite a seamless connection, very flush, which I think is really nice. It's good eye for detail, a lovely little pen. I really enjoy using it. I've had a lot of fun with this, so I enjoy it. I hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye bye.